transferred to the express line. I gotta get off.
Electric slide into the devil doors of life. Things are changing and it ain't the way I like. On the replay, wish I could get a replay. Don't mean to hold ya, but I wanna do over. Gas up the ship, shoot me a text and let me know when it is time.
I wanna get off. I wanna get off.
1 star, would not recommend that we go far from here.
I wanna get off. I wanna get off.
Stop the world. A music podcast for the culture. Wild, wild thoughts.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wild Thoughts. Tonight is gonna be a crazy episode of Wild Thoughts. Because we're gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know usually we have our past the aux and all our community. I think today we just gonna get right into the fuckery of it all and just talk about what's going on. Well, Quincy, I wanted to start, but I want to wait till more people get on before we get into the executive orders.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about some of the more frivolous stuff first.
Like Snoop and Nelly?
Yeah, let's talk about Snoop and Nelly first. What are your thoughts on Snoop and Nelly?
Well, Nelly, I'm not surprised. I haven't been a fan for Nelly for years since he's talked shit about Kobe, so that was never really been a fan of Nelly. But the thing with Nelly is he tried to say he's not political, but then he tried to make political jabs at Biden.
Yeah.
Now you make your stance political.
Yeah.
So if it was not political, you didn't try to make them little jabs at Biden while you was trying to make your point. If it was about, I don't know who told him this bullshit. Well, he's like the soldiers that.
Yeah, that was a bad comparison. That was a bad. He thought he was cooking with that too.
Oh, he thought he was cooking. And so
with that,
I would have not liked it, but I would have been like, look, I just got married. I got a baby. I think they have another child on the way. And I need some money.
Right.
And this bag was a significant amount that I just couldn't pass up as I continue to grow and build my family. I wouldn't have liked it.
But you would respect it.
But I would have respected it. The fact that he tried to make, and then when he said, well, show me proof that Trump is a racist.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, motherfucker? I got a couple of executive orders I want you to check out. That's going to show. Oh, and then he tried to play down, what? He didn't with the black people in the 70s. He tried to really just whitewash it. And it was like, that's Nelly. As far as Snoop, I think Snoop did it. I told you this privately that I think Snoop did it as a favor for Harry O, because it was Trump that, free Harry O. And just to put some context on that, he didn't free Harry O because he thought it was the right thing to do. He freed Harry O because Snoop and them paid him. Remember, Trump was taking payments for pardons. He was charging people $1 million per pardon. He was so it's not like he freed Harry O because he felt it was some type of injustice and he was wrong and this was the moral right thing to do. Trump got paid at least $1 million for that pardon. So, I think what makes Snoop look so bad is that he came so hard for people in 2016.
Thank you.
Calling people jigaboos and coons, whoever, supported Trump, etc. And I think that's why it's like you can't come that hard in the paint and come back and do the same exact thing.
And I think that's the thing that people are missing when they talk about this. Like, oh, people can't change and I was like, yeah, but even if you change, he went so hard to go 180 like he did. You either got to make a statement and say something, or you got to explain something. I like hard as he went on people to just come back and be like, you know,
bro, that's like me being pro Long Beach PD. Like it's
like somebody gonna have some questions.
Like all of a sudden I'm just out here just supporting Luna and
I would think there was a body snatcher somewhere.
Exactly. Like Snoop went way too hard in the paint to do the 180. But even Snoop, if Snoop would have came out like, look, y'all, I'm not doing this for Trump. I'm doing this for Harry O. Harry O really been appreciative what Trump has done for him and his family. Prison gave him a second chance of life. Yeah, I know how I feel about Harry O. Therefore, started, with his money, with his vision, whatever. And I'm doing it as a favor for him.
Right.
I think most people would have been like, I don't like it, but I
get it. But I get it.
So, like Nelly Snoop just trying to act like the shit didn't happen. And you
and let me tell you, this is how you know they was wrong. Snoop didn't repost, and as much as Snoop posts on Instagram, Snoop didn't post not a Nair video, not a flyer, not an announcement, not nothing about him being there. He didn't. I looked on his page. I'm like, he didn't even repost videos of him doing performances. Nothing.
He didn't put that shit in his story.
That's what I'm saying. Not even in his story, dog. Not even in his story.
Yeah. So Rick Ross. Now, Soulja Boy. Look, I can see why Soulja Boy would do it. Soulja Boy probably haven't got that much money for a performance.
Listen, Soulja Boy is the only one I ain't mad at.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm not mad.
I'm not mad at Soulja Boy because first of all, that goes with Soulja Boy's brand.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What up, Jorge? That goes with Soulja Boy's brand. Like just doing wild shit just so he could cause controversy, so he can get more clicks. I understand that. And where he is in his career, how he get his money, I'm not mad at that.
And he sounded ignorant as fuck. He's still talking about Obama. I'm like, Obama was president in 10 years, bro.
Exactly. So like Soulja Boy, like it's kind of what you expect from him.
Yeah. But and I can see Soulja Boy because from what I heard, it was supposed to be like $2 to $4 million.
Yeah. I feel like Soulja Boy need that. I don't feel like Snoop need that.
No, or Nelly. I don't think Nelly needed that.
I don't think Nelly need that.
Rick Ross. Snoop, Nelly, and Rick Ross didn't need that. Soulja Boy, for one song,
I would have been you.
Yeah, I can see it. I definitely get it. If you like, I definitely get it.
Yeah,
but Nelly going on to the, it's not political, but then he tried to like act like he dropped some bombs by quoting. I'm like, bro, see now
even the way he did it, like, cause you could tell he rehearsed that shit. Let me see. He thought if you don't vote for me, he'd be like, oh no, that wasn't him. I'm like, nah, no, nope.
Dude.
I guess Snoop just said, I'm gonna pretend it ain't happened. That what Snoop doing?
What did he say?
Snoop gonna pretend it didn't happen?
Yeah. Snoop just gonna act like
Snoop just gonna act like it didn't never happen. He ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna respond. Because his comments was in shambles too. I was surprised. I thought people was gonna be giving him a pass more than that. They was killing him in the comments.
Because you can't go that hard in the paint.
Because he went hard in the paint.
That's like Kendrick coming out doing a show for Drake or some shit.
And just don't say nothing.
Just don't say nothing. Like, you just didn't try to demolish this man's career for the past year and a half. Now you gonna act like it never happened? I mean, Snoop was. I wish you had that clip. He's like, which one of you jigaboos, coons, better go perform for Trump. I mean, went all the way in.
I'm gonna find it and play it because the people need to see it. As a matter of fact,
He said, "I'm gonna find it and play it."
I'm gonna find it and play it, but because like I said, because I think was it Eric Burks had made a post like everybody going so hard on Snoop. I was like, well, hold on. I said you got to add a little context. Everybody going so hard on Snoop because Snoop went so hard. Like, which one of you gonna be the first ones? You know, I was like, he went hard in the paint.
It turned around and did the same exact thing. And then he tried to say Harry O out for him, like, you know, Snoop not political. Nigga, since when?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we like in a backwards world.
Man, you know what? We are definitely in a I don't feel like it's like the Twilight Zone. You know that, our celebrities. Like I made a comment on Snoop post. And they got like 5,000 likes. I just said like our black celebrities, man, don't stand up for shit. Like we got the weakest black celebrities. Like, damn boy, we had Ali was risking his freedom. You know, you had Bill Russell and Jim Brown that was risking their lives and shit, their careers. And it's like, there's no surprise why Kaepernick is sitting out there butt naked, kneeling. and you know, it's man, nobody really stand for shit. Everybody, it's all about the bad.
And then even worse, you got Elon Musk trolling you on Twitter.
So, I mean,
about check out the vibe change.
To me, I know that they had to make Snoop feel like this small because Elon Musk got like 60 million followers. So everybody saw Elon Musk, you know, make a complete fool of your ass by doing it.
I don't know, man. I feel like this really solidified how when it comes to bread, we don't stand for shit as artists.
And it's not like, and it's like hip hop guys. I haven't seen like now outside of Plies, surprisingly, actually make
Who would have thought?
well thought out political, takes, because everybody else be talking like they don't know what the hell they talking about.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just feel like a lot of our black celebs are going out sad. And again, if Snoop, I probably would have had an even different tone, a tenor about this if Snoop hadn't went so hard. And everybody backed Snoop when he went hard. Like, if he hadn't went so hard, I probably wouldn't be on his top like that. Like, bro, you went hard in the paint and then turn around and was like the opener, the first one, you opened the gates.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, if the motive or the intentions was something else, just say that. Look, you and I can kind of relate. I actually thought about this today. We were very uncomfortable receiving a phone call for Sheriff Villanueva.
True. True.
That that was a very interesting time because it was, our experience, the things he had said and done, and just didn't really align with our more compass on things, our political views, or anything like that. And so when we did finally sit down and speak with him, he surprised us in a lot of ways. Some ways we were kind of like, okay, this is Sheriff Villanueva we know, but also, you know, after those conversations, our position of what we believed in never really changed.
No.
And when folks was asking us and surprised that we decided to support Sheriff Villanueva, we was able to explain the reason why.
Yeah.
And I don't recall nobody really, you know, saying like questioning that, like what happened to Dame and Quincy or what's they deal, blah blah blah, because we like, look, we were one of the few people that actually talked to both sheriff candidates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not too many people could say they were in a room with Robert Luna and they were in a room with Sheriff Villanueva, and in both rooms they both was asked tough questions, and we saw how one handled it when it came to the
like a church chair,
and we saw how the other one handled it. And when we decided to make our decision and ask for certain things as far as an agenda to help the Black community and things like that, we saw one was open to it and the other one wasn't. So we there was no conviction in our positioning going out to support someone that folks was kind of like, I don't know, but then we were able to like just articulate, hey, this is what we did. We sat down with him, and we sat down with him. We got in a room with him. We shared this, and next thing you know, the things that we were sharing was on his pamphlet. Yeah. And I mean, we could all pretty say Sheriff Villanueva wasn't a really popular, you know, person, especially amongst the Black community, because you had all the, you know, city councils and local politicians, you know, painting him as the Trump of LA County. But we wasn't questioned because we was genuine in our position, and we can explain why we felt Sheriff Villanueva was a better candidate than Robert Luna.
Yeah. And listen, like I said, if you had a change of heart, because I want to pull up Stephanie's comment and because it kind of ties into what you're saying. Excuse me. Like I was saying before, I definitely would not have performed, but everyone at some point or another has done or said things that they said they would never do, and then years later turn around and do just that, as well as talk about someone who has done something and then find themselves in the same situation. And I understand all that, Stephanie, and I agree with that. But I feel like if he publicly went hard after any artist who would do it then, I think before he did it, he should have publicly said, hey, yo, I'm going to be doing A, B, and C, and this is why.
He tried to sneak and do it.
He tried to sneak and do it. Yeah, yeah. Like, if he would have said, hey, I know I went hard, boo, boo, boom, about people in the inauguration, but this is how I have changed, and this is why I'm doing this. Or because the best, I won't say excuse, but the best interpretation I've heard so far was, was it Bootleg Kev who said it? I think it was Bootleg Kev, or it was somebody who knows Snoop, but they said, well, you know, Snoop could have probably got away with this. They said, if you look at the video, there was nothing about Trump there. It wasn't part of Trump's inauguration. It wasn't actually part of Trump's official parties and stuff. Like Nelly was part of the official thing, right? They was like, Snoop wasn't part of the official thing. It was for crypto, and they're like, you know, Snoop is one of the most involved artists when it comes to crypto, always has been. He could have even said that.
Yeah.
I said that would have made sense. Mm-hmm. But again, why you sneak and do it? You should just say, you know, I'm big on crypto. This is a crypto party. It's not a Donald Trump party. Look around, because he said, look around. There's no MAGA posters. There's no Trump posters. I said, if he would have, but again, if he would have said that, it would have felt different. But the fact that it felt like he was trying to sneak and do it, it would make me feel like he felt like it might be wrong to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. He felt some type of way. And he knew it. That's why he tried to like sneak it. And you know,
because like you said, Steph, we've all had change of heart. There's been things we said we would never do. We would never do it.
Bro, could nobody have told us that me and you was gonna be sitting at dinner with Sheriff Villanueva?
No. I remember, I tell people all the time, I remember me and you went right after the meeting to get food. We sat there in silence for probably about 30 minutes before anybody said anything. We were so. We just sat there and didn't say nothing. Like what just happened?
Like, and like I had a ton of posts destroying them. Like, talk about. I hope he don't look on my page because I'm killing him on my page. And
but again though, because like you said though, the thing was, even going into that situation, I didn't feel like I had to sneak and tell people what we was doing because I didn't feel like I was wrong, and I felt like no matter what, I was representing for our folks too. No matter what, even in that room and every room that we were in with all those politicians, I always felt like, you know what, I'm going to authentically represent for my folks, my neighborhood, my people. So that way I will never feel, like like I'm selling myself out or like I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like I will never feel like that. And you know what? I'm really grateful for that experience. Like, even though he lost, I learned so much about politics. Period. I learned so much about politics, that I thought I knew. And I'm telling everybody, you don't know nothing about politics till you in the belly of the beast.
Man, that experience, I will always carry me forever. I thought I knew politics.
I thought I knew politics till you in it.
Till you in it, I was like, "Ooh, this is nasty work right here, boy." And you be in a room and you know, like I said, the one thing about us is whether we were in a room with Luna, we gave him heat. We were in a room with Villanueva, we gave him heat.
Yeah.
One responded completely different than the other.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I say, because like Stephanie, like we probably would have been like, ain't no way in hell we would ever sit down with him, work on a campaign with him, blah, 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 blah. Like at that time, before that,
I didn't take the first phone call. The first time he come, like, hey, this is Sheriff Villanueva. I'm like, bro, I'm talking.
And I ain't gonna get into particulars about the actual meeting, but when I tell y'all he got Raw, Dame in that meeting,
yeah,
I didn't change up.
Nope.
At all. Like whatever happened said on my page, actually, I said to him.
Actually, when we was driving there, we were joking how long we was gonna be there before we got kicked out.
Yeah.
Like I said about 12 minutes in, we gonna be up out of there. And it ended up turning out to a 5-hour meeting.
Yeah. Yeah. And the funny thing is it became a 5-hour meeting because I think we didn't switch up and we went hard at them. I think that's what made it be like, oh, we need to talk to these guys. So again, like I said, if Snoop had a change of heart, man, I get it, I understand it. Nelly, the way he responded showed me he just on some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like even like when he tried to soften it up at the actual event when they tried to interview him, and then he tried to go the whole troops, if the troops do it, it's an honor. I was like, yeah, stop doing that. Stop doing that, because the troops don't have a choice of what president they serve under. You actually have a choice of who you entertain under. But I will say this, the flip side, I do agree with Charlemagne a little bit. Charlemagne said we got all this smoke for Snoop and Nelly, but we ain't got none of that smoke for Joe Biden and Obama, who was over there kikiing with him and acting like everything was normal and cool with him. And they're like, and they got more sway, they hold more weight than, you know what I'm saying, than Snoop and Nelly ever will. And he said, you know, everybody like, well, they had to do that because he's, you know, they've been presidential. He like, no, because Trump didn't do it. They let Trump didn't come and do the what's that called, the transfer. He didn't do the transfer of power the way he's supposed to do it. He was like, but everybody else acquiesced to him and act like what he doing is normal, going into normal.
Well, and I think that's probably the issue that a lot of people have with the Democrats right now is they're keeping this level of decorum.
Yeah, I know that's the problem I got with it.
That you didn't get, like, folks really outraged about Michelle not showing up.
Yeah.
As a first lady, where Trump didn't show up to Biden's inauguration as the president.
Exactly.
And for those that, the reason why Michelle didn't show up, I mean, she said it years ago when Trump posted their address.
Mm-hmm.
She said he put my family, my kids in danger.
Yep.
She was done with all the norms after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was done. And if you saw how the seating would have been set up, it was president, first lady, president, first lady. So Michelle would have had to be next to Trump. She wasn't having that.
Yeah.
At Jimmy Carter's funeral.
Yeah.
At Jimmy Carter's funeral, it was president, first lady, president, first lady, president. So that's how they seats was assigned. She wasn't sitting next to Trump.
Yeah.
And so she made it clear years ago. She said I never forgive him for putting my family in danger like that.
Right.
And that was it for her. So I hope that there's a Democrat, somebody, an independent, who's just ready to just be a rebel.
That's, you know what I'm saying, and that's because why would you? I agree with Michelle. I feel like more of the Democratic Party should have been like her. Like, hey, yo, we not rocking with this shit. This shit ain't cool. Y'all want to flex on everybody? This is the time to flex.
Yeah.
This is the time to show like this shit ain't cool. This ain't normal. This ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not. Trump. They give Trump things that he don't give to others.
Yes. And again, because I know Michelle Obama probably chewed Barack out coming home. Like, what you over there joking with him and laughing and chuckling for? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we don't gotta pretend to be cool with him. She like, I'm not pretending. I know most other presidents.
You talking about a change of mind? She stopped that shit she was saying. when they go low, we go high.
Yeah, that, you know, we go.
They went low.
We go to hell.
She was out.
and I think
she tried. That means she gave it a try. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna try it. I'm trying to take the high road. You know, be the first lady, go to the first. But after that, that was it for her. That she put forth the effort, and after that, you know, and now it's chaos.
Yeah,
it's pure chaos. And I mean, I was mad that Marco Rubio, he got what, 98 Senate votes?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that nigga. They were like, you know, Biden got all his, you know, whatever in it, you know, his nominees in, but I think at some point, man, you got to just start giving these motherfuckers the finger on everything across the board. So if you're gonna pass stuff, you're gonna pass it without us.
Exactly.
And let this shit burn down, because that's the only way people really. That's why I don't want Democrats to block no policy. Don't block shit.
Yeah.
Give them everything that the people voted for.
Yep.
You know, folks that are, you know, the Snoop video.
Yep, this Snoop video. Hold on, we're gonna let this joint play.
Yo, what up guys, DJ Y is back again with new episode. In today's video I want to show you Uncle Snoop Dogg goes off on his haters for being at Donald Trump's crypto party. Check this out.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast one of you Uncle Tom doing it. Which one of you do it first? I'll be the one that performs for himself.
Guys, I have to say, I totally agree to legendary Uncle Snoop Dogg. He talking truth, bro. It's absolutely no one's job what you're doing and why you're doing. Bro, Uncle Snoop Dogg was performing it. Mr. President.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean that's
Just show people how hard he was going.
Yeah, that was hard too.
Hey Willie, I'm with you and I'm with Quincy. Let it all burn, bro. Let it give them. Hey, this is what they voted for. So everything they voted for, they should get every policy that he wants because that's what they voted for.
That's what they voted for.
That's what the majority of the country voted for.
Somebody said to me, I thought he wasn't gonna go after Dreamers.
Why would you think that?
Why would you think that? He went after y'all the first time.
More than Dreamers, he said he going after birthright citizenship now.
Yeah. But he went after them the first time though.
Yeah.
like he went after y'all the first time. There's a guy, Muslim dude was like, well, you know, what's up with the travel ban, blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, that's what he did the first time. Whatever he did the first time, he's coming back more aggressive this time. The crazy thing is he's more dangerous now because he picked his own cabinet.
Yeah.
See, he trusted the Republicans had little spies and stuff in that first run.
Yeah.
He got all loyalists this time.
Yep.
So it's that's why he's a lot more aggressive. You know, there were people really arguing that. Well, he said Project 2025 wasn't his plan.
Yeah, let's get into that because I know you got a lot on that. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, and so it's like, first of all, Trump lies. Like this. I don't know when the motherfucker tell the truth, really. Like, and so when you saw that the first time around, was it like 140 people from his cabinet, from his administration the first time was a part of Project 2025?
Yep.
And those same people, he started giving them jobs.
Yep.
And now he's implemented things. I think they show like he didn't already implemented like 8 or 10 things from Project 2025 already.
Yep.
So I don't understand the big shock. One thing about Trump, and I don't understand why people are like this with him. For some reason, folks just think he be playing when he say shit. like really, like he say stuff. It was like, oh no, he ain't serious. Yes,
he
dead ass serious.
Ron said the Republicans all fell in line this time. Now it's up to the federal judges to maintain law and order. Mind you, he appointed quite a few of them. And Stephanie said, Donald Trump has behaviors like someone deeply on the spectrum. He gets stuck on one thing and can't let go, knowing he's dead ass wrong. Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of can't let shit go, Quincy, I know you bought your research, and this is why I really wanted you on this show today. Specifically for those black folks who voted for Trump. Let's get into some of these executive orders, because I know months ago we said, all right, y'all laughing because they going after the gays and trans, and he's going after voting rights. We like, you know what's next after he go after that? Black folks, he's going after civil rights. People said we was being alarmist and, you know.
Fear-mongering.
You said what?
Fear-mongering.
Fear-mongering. Yeah, they said we was fear-mongering. So give him a little bit of the proof.
Well, he did two things. He, more so far.
And mind you, we on day 2.
Yeah.
Day 3.
He signed an executive order that Biden had signed in October 2021, House Initiative on Advancing Education, Equality, Excellence, and Economic Opportunities for Black America. He rescinded that executive order that Biden had put forth. You know what's crazy about that? When folks saw that, it was like, "Oh, Biden did an executive order for black people." Yes, nigga. Yes. And we was trying to tell y'all that, but y'all wouldn't research. Look, all you gotta do is research this stuff.
That's it.
Just research it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, and I think people for to find out a lot of things that Biden did do and tried to do, because now he's reversing it. But the thing that the biggest, the most egregious thing is years ago, I thought it was very alarming that they went after voting rights. Voting rights was passed in 1965 by President Johnson. Nobody haven't touched voting rights in damn near 60 years at that time. Obama become president, they started attacking voting rights. We dealing with voter suppression now, 55, 60 years later. Then they start going after little things like affirmative action. And then they start doing the gerrymandering.
Yeah.
To the point, I think it was North Carolina Supreme Court that said that the racism was it had like surgical precision of how strategic they was
with the gerrymandering.
With the gerrymandering. So I was like, eventually, they ain't bold enough to do it now, but they gonna come after civil rights. And Lord behold, let me put this in context for y'all. Since the Civil Rights Act passed, we have had 5 Republican presidents. None of them have touched this executive order from LBJ regarding discrimination in hiring until Donald Trump did it. Was it today or yesterday, Dan? I think he did it today, which basically have set the tone for hiring practices regarding discriminating against people for religion, sex, gender, and of course race. And that was put in, during the 1964 Civil Rights Act. So now the fact that he has been bold enough to go after the Civil Rights Act, we are literally, this is Jim Crow 2.0. We have less rights now than we did 10 years ago. You have people, and I know sometime in California we could live in a bubble, but go and look at some of them red states laws that they're passing. They're passing old school like Jim Crow laws. So I think that now, hopefully people will get it and understand the importance of getting out voting, but also just educating yourself on laws and things that people are trying to appeal and attack and go after. And that's kind of where we at now. We're in a whole different time that I don't think our generation even imagined that we would be in, and here we are now. And so I think that folks are scared, and rightfully so. The good news is it is an executive order. So all these executive orders that Trump is signing, the next president could come in and reverse them, And so, but remember, they have the House and they have the Senate. So I expect there's about to be some extreme legislation that they're going to try to pass in the House and the Senate. So they got about 2 years because then the midterm is up. And I think that that's why Trump is rushing, because he knows they probably going to lose the House or the Senate in the next 2 years or so. There, where you go.
Also, did you hear about the executive order to stop, to basically all the things that Biden put in to stop mass incarceration for black men and all that? He reversed all those executive.
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to talk about those.
Yeah, talk about the crime bill. Talk about the crime bill. So we are in a different time, and I think it's very alarming that when people just think like we just make talking points like, oh, this is just when we say white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
White privilege is when you tase a police officer in the throat, beat the hell out of them, and you get a pardon.
Yep.
And I think this should be very alarming to black folks, because I think now Trump has boldened these white supremacist groups to believe that they could do shit and he's going to pardon them while he's in office.
Absolutely.
So we're right there. I said the civil rights era part 2. It's going to have to be like, I don't think people are really understanding what's going on because they haven't felt it yet. But you will soon feel it, because next probably going to be police officers getting, immunity from federal prosecution.
Well, I'm going to say, he paused all federal cases against police have been paused.
Yeah.
As of today.
Yeah. So
all the things I told people about
that
he was going to do. So all cases against cops have been paused. No more new consent decrees can be handed out. Anything that holds police accountable, he stopped it. He paused it today, just for the people who don't know.
And like I said, even if you're not that deep into politics and you just very surface on foreign politics, it should be very alarming when you see them going after shit that was passed in the civil rights era. I mean, if you're not into politics like that and you just like, you look, but when you see them going after shit that was passed in 1964 that we read about, we've done speeches about, hey, I'm Thurgood Marshall, and hey, I'm Dr. Martin Luther King as kids, and these are the stuff they was pushing and died and got the hell beat out of them for. And now you see them going after the 1965 Voting Rights Act, going after the 64 Civil Rights Act. That shit should be very alarming to you. That we are in a whole different time. Remember, I told you, since the civil rights era has passed, we have had 5 Republican presidents. We had Nixon, Ford, Reagan, Bush, and Bush. None of them ever touched the civil rights shit. So you got to this motherfucker. So just understand, we are in different times than we have ever been in our generation. It's no longer about reading about it. We actually experience it, and we in the very beginning of it. And if we don't get a hold on shit and people really get out there and start pushing for the right people to run for these Congress and Senate seats, and and truly being active, we about to be full in it.
Nikki, what up, Nikki? He said he was going to make America great again. He didn't mean for America has never been great for minorities.
Well, and the thing about it is, you notice they never answer that question. When we
never.
When was America great? Because they don't want to admit that America was great before the Civil Rights Act. For them, that was the greatest era for white America. You know, I always tell folks that they get mad. They're like, "Oh, so you think America is a racist country?" I say, absolutely. I say, and it's one example I have to just prove that America is a racist country. He said, "What?" I said, Democrats passed the 1964 Civil Rights Act. They passed the 1965 Voting Rights Act. Lyndon B. Johnson uh, uh, nominated the first Black Supreme Court Justice in Thurgood Marshall. The 1968 Civil Rights Act that had the fair housing, hate crimes, people. And guess what? Democrats haven't won the white vote since.
That's your proof right there.
There you go. Democrats have not won the majority of the white votes since passing legislation during the Civil Rights era. You're gonna say that shit is not coincidental. So the era, and LBJ actually said it as a quote. He said, "Yeah, you know, I feel like we did the right thing with passing civil rights legislation." He said, "But I feel like we lost the South forever." And you remember, a lot of them southern states was Democratic states before.
Yeah.
And he wasn't lying, because go look up the Southern strategy that Nixon and Goldwater implemented, where they went down there. And I know Democrats used to be great. Yeah, they left. Ronald Reagan left the Democratic Party, became a Republican.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan left the Democratic Party right in the middle of the Civil Rights Act. So, yeah, like this country, that to me, the biggest example that this is a racist country is, why have one party have been punished for passing legislation during a particular era that gave people equal rights?
Right.
Yeah.
Stephanie said even before this what the country was built on, racism, built on it, thrives on it, and will eventually be its demise. Yeah, that's what it's. And if you notice, specifically, if y'all go look at, I want to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, Quincy, I want to say maybe like 80% of the executive order that he reversed and 80% of the ones he signed for himself were about putting white men back on top, basically.
Yes. They actually revamping the civil rights. There's a civil rights department in the DOJ that monitor things like police brutality and things like that. I give you for an example, Obama DOJ, when Mike Brown was killed, Obama DOJ went in there and wiped out that whole police department, and they started from scratch. After they did audits and everything and saw that that department was discriminatory. It was another police department they went after. I can't think of it. Was it Philadelphia? But so that's what that department is for. If you read Project 2025, they're revamping the civil rights department because white men have been the most discriminatory group in America, to focus on all the discriminatory practices against white men in this country. And that's why, they come, everybody, if you notice, anytime they say, oh, or there's a successful, accomplished black person, it's a DEI hire.
DEI, yeah.
When it's a group of white people, they see that's because nobody was hired based on color or blah blah blah. Why is never, when there's a diverse group, they go, see, was nobody hired based on color or anything? It's always when it's a bunch of we going back when they felt America was great again.
Yeah,
and that,
when nobody was right but the white man.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Nobody was like you said, nobody was destined to be great except white men.
and
Nikki said he pardoned 1,500 people from January 6th. Musk saluted white supremacy in front of the whole world. And the Elon Musk shit ain't getting no kind of press, which is crazy to me.
crazy.
Like in mainstream press, like we get it on Instagram, you know, we get it on social media, but like mainstream media, we ain't getting that. Should have been like top of every show.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is that folks having a hard time to accept that somebody openly with the presidential seal right in front of them did the hell Hitler twice right in front of the country. That's how bolden they are.
Yeah.
That's and you got people making still pictures of Obama raising his hand, waving. Play the video.
Yeah.
Play the video.
Not no pictures. Play the video.
Not no pictures.
Smacked his chest and did Hail Hydra in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Willie said, I heard a quote on TikTok and the man said racism is expensive. I saw that video too, Willie. It was very interesting too. I want to talk about that a little bit. He said the rich has held the poor and middle class whites down and blamed it on everybody but the rich. That's why America isn't great and behind the times, because when they shut TikTok down, people flock to Red Note and seeing how advanced China is. So the dude said racism is expensive. He said because everything that America is behind on, like healthcare and all of that stuff, they do it basically so black folks and poor folks can't have it. Racism is expensive because basically this country cuts off his nose to spite his face a bunch of times, right? Because, everybody can't have health care. So that makes it more expensive for everybody because they just don't want us to have health care. I wish I could find that video, Willie. It was a really good video, too, how he broke it down, how racism has basically made America be behind on everything and, you know, advancements on other countries, and how racism has stopped America from prospering at a larger level and at a larger rate. Nikki said because the ADL said it was an awkward hand movement. Yeah, nah, ain't nobody falling for that. Ain't nobody falling for that. Yeah, Willie, it was a really good video, man. Like it was dope. It was a good video, and I wish I could find that. But yeah, I mean, it just dude, this is so much. I do want to tell my peoples though. I want to tell y'all this is what I want to say. Let me see. Continuously shows how ignorant they are, but want to keep pushing the narrative that we're the dumb ones. Preach, Stephanie. I do want to say this to everybody. Protect y'all mental health. Y'all, we can't be in panic mode for 4 years. Not black folks, not us. We can't be in panic mode for 4 years. We're not gonna be able to operate. Like we not gonna be able to operate. We're not gonna be good at surviving. Black folks, protect y'all mental health, and I tell you why. As crazy as the stuff he's about to do is, and all the stuff in the country, black folks done been through the worst of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't deal with all of it, and we continuously figure out how to thrive, how to survive. So a lot of this stuff that got other people panicking, that's because they ain't never dealt with it. They ain't never had to be in a position to feel like they had to deal with being looked at as less than. So they ain't never had to try to survive and thrive through it. We always have. So I'm telling y'all this just to say, protect y'all peace, man. Don't be out here panicking every day. Don't be letting people get you all pumped up with the panic and all that. There you go, Shannon. That's what you do. I'm minding my own black business for the next 4 years, business as usual, because that's what we gonna have to do.
Yeah, because this is what people want. We gotta stop saving people from themselves. Let them get what they felt like they wanted. This. That's why the dreamer I talked to, I said, wasn't you the one that came up to me and you was upset that Kamala had an agenda specifically for black men? And you said, well, what about what about Latino men? And I said, name a time where black people benefited from something
And
and
everybody else.
everybody else did. I said, no one benefited from the civil rights era like the Asians. I said, so I said, but you were so locked in on disqualifying her just for this. Now this motherfucker trying to kick you and your mama out of the country.
And I hope they kick y'all asses out too. All the Muslims around here, that was the Ilhan Omars and everybody that didn't want to vote for Kamala based on Gaza. Now what he talking about? He talking about trying to build some shit in Gaza.
Yeah. He said he got a nice condo, real estate. I said, damn.
Hey.
Yeah, man. We have to sit back. Look, 92% of black women knew what it was. 80% of black men knew what it was. And I even get a Jew some props from this. Because I think 78% of Jews voted for Kamala. Like us who actually been through some oppression, we know what it is. like
we've seen this movie before.
Yeah. And if you think about it, the other groups haven't really felt, heat like this before, and they're about to find out. A lot of people are. I mean, even the Cubans in Florida was celebrating Trump, and now he kicking them out too. They thought they was exempt.
Everybody thought it wasn't gonna happen to them, which I do not understand for the life of me.
He got rid of the executive order for racial equality, for economics of education opportunities for Asians and Latinos too. He rescinded that one too. I mean, if you don't really understand how that party get down, just what's his name? The Indian guy who thought he was white.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah. He got way too comfortable, messed around, called white people lazy and dumb, and his ass didn't even make it a day one. They fired him before the administration even started. So you think you in, but you ain't in. And like I said, just keep in mind, the party that passed the civil rights laws in the 60s haven't won the white vote since.
Stephanie said, and that's what I was saying. Everybody have to live with the choices they make, and getting all upset, picking fights with people over things that does not involve you. It's pointless. Exactly. Hey, anytime like that dreamer that talked to Quincy, or like the people that work with Willie, all I'm saying to them is, hey, it's above me now. It's above me now. I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's what I'm talking about. To all others, good luck. We all know what's coming. Time to start our new version of the Underground Railroad for us and us only, so we can survive the BS. Exactly. We just gonna have to come together more, right? Like Quincy said, this will probably spark a new, different version of the civil rights movement for us as black folks. But I would hope that we would use this time just to come together. Don't even worry about all the other stuff. Keep the noise out of your head. Don't worry about all the other madness. We got to come together. If we come together, we should be okay. We should survive. We'll be all right in the next 4 years. Now, the other folks, they might have it worse off than us. Like, really, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like the fact that they go, like, I think somebody saw ICE in Huntington Park. So it has already been gone. And
they said ICE already out of Huntington Park?
Yeah. And it's already begun, 60% of Latino men voted for this. It's none of my business.
None
of my business. 60% of Latino men voted for this.
I seen the dude crying like they're going after good Americans who've been working hard, and I thought they were only going after the criminals. That's your damn bad, because he never said that.
He never said
that. And that's the problem. They all thought they was exempt.
Mm-hmm. He never said that, and you
Yo,
know,
Abuelita, she gonna be getting kicked out of here too.
who?
Yo, Abuelita, they
Yeah.
kicking them off. Like you thought because she was old, she ain't got her paper, she gotta go. Like they don't care. They started in Bakersfield Monday. Yeah, look, they ain't none of my business, yo.
Well,
And
here go a couple of things that I have written down. I have to find it. From Project 2025 that he has already done. Raise prescription drug prices. So that's going to affect a lot of poor people. What's the other one? Okay, end civil rights, DEI protection, and government. They already did that. And the climate protection. Increase Arctic drilling. Deregulate big business in the oil industry. Promote and expedite capital punishment. And birthright citizenship. Ban Muslims from entering the country. These are already executive orders he had already written. And
he said they are all criminals. Well, I guess technically, if you hear legally, that's how he feel.
Yeah. Because well, the thing is that, and this is how you know he's such an asshole. Because he caught so much heat for splitting up families. So now he said, well, you know what? If you don't want us to split you up from your family, then we just gonna you could just go with their ass too.
We'll send the whole family.
Now he's gonna get pushed back on the
birthright
citizenship because that's a 14th Amendment. An executive order doesn't overrule the Constitution.
Right.
If that's the case, and like I have to tell some dumbass, I said if that's the case, so you rolling with Joe Biden writing an executive order to overwrite the Second Amendment?
Right.
That's I said so some of the stuff he gonna push back. But then again, he has the courts, the Supreme Court.
Yep.
He has the Supreme Court. So who knows? But that's that. I mean, when they say elections have consequences, the 2 Trump elections, I think we'll be in a much better place, even if we felt like we didn't like everything that Hillary and Kamala, did. I think we'll be in a much better place. We definitely wouldn't be fighting for things that our grandparents was fighting for in their 20s.
Yep.
And I hear some niggas out there talking, well, it doesn't impact me, but it impacts your kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might not impact you directly, but it definitely gonna impact your kids. And and one of the dudes that said it, he was like, well, it doesn't affect me in my bank account. I said, didn't you file a racial complaint against somebody about 3 years ago? I said, yeah. I said, well, you have a president that's trying to make sure that you're not able to do those type things.
Exactly.
I said,
what up, Sandra? Sandra said, what exactly is ending birthright citizenship? So that means if your mother, you know how right now, if your mother isn't from this country, but you are born here in this country, Sandra, that means you will no longer be able to automatically be a citizen. Right now, if you're born in America, no matter where your parents are from, if you're born in America, you're automatically a citizen.
Yeah.
That's what that means. So he's trying to end that, but like Quincy said, that's an amendment. That's one of the amendments. So I don't know if that's gonna fly, but we also don't know what the Supreme Court's gonna do because he got them too. So yeah. Somebody might be in trouble. Stephanie said people need to understand that the birthright citizenship means if their grandparents are not from here, but they were born here, that does not mean that they get to stay. There you go. He's gonna try to send them back with their parents, grandparents. That's what I read. No, that's exactly that's what he said in the head of ICE, the guy he put over ICE and all that, said, when is he going to cancel Obamacare, or rather the
That's
AC?
on here. It's not it's not on the list, but it's definitely. I got a whole list of Project 2025 stuff. Yeah, canceling Obamacare, and that's going to take about 40 million people off health insurance.
Yeah, I know, Sandra. Yeah, and he been. The problem is he was trying to cancel and never had a replacement, but I think so. We'll see if he have a replacement.
Well, we don't have no John McCain's. You remember John McCain saved
Yep,
it.
he was the only one that saved it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
John McCain
Right.
saved it because John McCain said he wasn't going to vote to get rid of Obamacare, and there was no backup plan.
Yeah,
We don't have those type of Republicans no more.
but that's true.
There
you go.
The John McCains are gone. Like, ain't nobody more happier to have a Trump presidency than George Bush.
Because this erased everything that made him look bad.
I see black people like, look at Bush after, like, Bush is like a fan favorite now.
Bush was like, "Woo, you about to make me look good. You about to replace me as one of the worst people looking at me as one of the worst presidents ever."
But I'm gonna tell you something, and you know, I remember my grandmother, man, used to tell me them Antichrist stories.
Yeah.
Terrified, and how people will be praying to this person, blah blah blah. And I used to be like, man, she just tripping. She just trying to scare me with the Bible, blah blah blah. Dog, there are people that really pray to Trump.
Yeah. Yes.
Like it was like people are really praying to this dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, we are in some very scary times. And like they say that a democracy don't end, with a big blow. It's little cuts along the way. And all these little things, like people actually pray. There's a Trump prayer that they did.
It's scary, man.
It is fucking scary of where we at. I mean, just that clip that you sent me about people criticizing Dr. Martin Luther King because he wasn't at the inauguration.
And like these are grown ass people.
These are grown ass
people. These are grown ass people who get to vote.
Who get to vote. Let me say. Yeah. It's crazy that these folks, was really criticizing Dr. Martin Luther King for not being at the inauguration. Like, this is where we at. In this country.
Looking dead into the camera.
Dead ass serious.
Talking about Martin Luther King should have been at the inauguration.
This
is where we are. This is where we are as a country. Grown ass, and I ain't talking about teenagers. I'm talking about over 40 grown ass people.
But it makes sense when you really have somebody. Part of Project 2025 is, where is it? Ban African American and gender studies in all levels of education. Ban books and curriculum about slavery. So a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna know Dr. Martin Luther King is dead because it's gonna be banned.
Willie, I'm not bullshitting. I'm gonna send you the video on Instagram. I'm gonna send it to you.
What did he say?
He said y'all bullshitting, right?
No, Willie. The dude go up to them and said, "Do you think Dr. Martin Luther King should have been at the inauguration?" And she was like, "Yeah, I can't believe he wasn't there." And she's like going off.
And somebody said, he overslept because he was having a dream. She's like, "There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Somebody should have woke him up." Shannon, we're gonna talk about the Drake stuff next week. That's a whole show in its damn self.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, the Drake law. We're gonna talk about that next week. That's a whole damn show in itself, and we already an hour in. So, but these people fall like hell to defend this man when he said he knew nothing about Project 20. I couldn't believe the black people who believed it. I can't believe they were that dumb. And I stand by that. I still can't believe they was that dumb to really believe that he really didn't know nothing about Project 2025.
Yeah. And think about it, he only had the author of Project 2025 with him everywhere he went.
Yeah. Like the dude who wrote is right there. They're like, that don't mean nothing. Okay, I'm out.
I'm not gonna lie. I have to give Trump credit for something that I think he tapped in that I wasn't aware of, and a lot of people wasn't aware of. He tapped in how dumb this country really is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He tapped into that.
But he said years ago before he even ran for president, he said, I love low educated people. You can tell him anything.
Like he tapped into that and have taken full advantage of it, like no other. And like I remember when he said, you remember when he said I can stand on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and they still gonna support me. I was like, no, this fool is out of control.
He was right.
100% right.
He was right.
I've never heard someone openly thank they uneducated voters. He said, I want to thank my uneducated voters. He says the shit out loud.
He don't care.
Right?
He don't care.
He really tapped in. That's why people are like, Americans are smart. No, the fuck we're not. This is not a smart country.
No.
This country is not smart.
We way behind.
Yeah, way behind.
We way behind.
When you can continue to have people vote against their own interests, like I had to tell somebody, a white chick, she was like, oh yeah, they get rid of affirmative action. I said, wait until you research who benefit off that shit the most.
Yeah. Yeah. White women, first of all.
It's crazy how he is able to consistently have people vote against their own interest. And it's just solely based on identity politics.
Yeah.
All he do, I'm going to block everything Obama did. I'm going to show the Dems.
And we against the LGBTQs.
And attack the gays. And go after abortion.
I got him.
I don't have to pass any legislation. And that's why, like, when I post that one video about him getting rid of the Board of Education, and it's like 15 red states that's going to really that relies on federal funding as far as education, is like that's what happened when you solely rely on identity politics. And it's, it's like I said, I'm about to sit back. I've survived a lot my 46 years of life. I don't think these next 4 years gonna be any different.
Stephanie said people also got too complacent and comfortable in knowing and believing because they are American citizens. Trump will not take away their rights. You damn right. We try to tell them. Now they see differently, looking stuck on stupid. They really they just won a Super Bowl, and now you don't hear a peep for them. Yeah, all them loud ass black Trump supporters ain't been that loud since he won, and these orders didn't come in. But
the black Trump supporters been real quiet.
Yeah, they've been real quiet. But like I said, man, y'all protect y'all peace, man. Protect y'all peace and mind y'all own damn business. I'm about to get out of here. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, Quincy? Anything you want to tell the people?
Nah, man, just stay prayed up. Like Dame said, keep your peace. It's going to be chaos, but like I said, just pay attention to things that they trying to pass, they want to pass, and like I said, you got a midterm coming up, so you got to do a lot of stuff by the end of next year, by next November.
Yeah.
Before those House seats, Senate seats up, and we're gonna have to fight. And that's as far as we fight for equal rights.
Yep.
Here we go again. It was time it's about time our generation get tested this way in this country because of the way how it's set up. And I just think we just got when Obama got elected, black people went. White folks were like, this shit can't happen no more.
Yeah. And they've been in full throttle ever since.
It's been full throttle ever since.
You're right.
Case
You're
in
right.
point, 2006, voter rights passed 98-0 in the Senate. That shit haven't passed in the Senate since.
Yep.
The only thing that happened, Obama got elected. And I said, I think when Obama got elected, we went, we here now.
Yep.
And they was like,
Got complacent.
hell no.
Yep.
This can't happen. We got to go back when times was good. And here
Yep.
we are. But like Dame said, sometimes you just got to cut off the news and spend time with your family and get out, go to a park.
Be getting some nature.
Yeah, get you some
Find your
nature.
peace, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Just stay prayed up. Gotta get us through it.
All right, y'all. Well, it was a good show. Thank y'all for joining us. And like I said, Shannon, we'll be back next week to talk about Drake.
Karen.
Karen of hip hop. We'll be back to talk about him.
I'm just calling him Aubrey for now.
Yeah, that's for sure, Aubrey, because we only dealing with his Jewish side. All right, we'll see. We'll see y'all. Stephanie said I'll be sending you a voter ballot when it comes because I don't know who the majority of these people are that be on this ballot and have a difficult time looking. You know we got you, Steph. You know we always do a show going through the ballot. I got you. All right, we'll see y'all next week, and yeah, we'll definitely be talking about Aubrey Karen. All right, y'all have a good one.
Stop the world, let me off. I don't like this destination.
I like a transfer to the express line. I gotta get off.
Electric slide into the double doors of life. Things are changing and it ain't the way I like. On the replay, wish I could get a replay. Don't mean to hold ya, but I wanna do over. Gas up the ship, shoot me a text and let me know when it is time.
I wanna get off. I wanna get off.
1 star, would not recommend that we go far from here.
I wanna get off. I wanna get off.
Stop the world. A music podcast for the culture. Wild Thoughts.